Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Alterra, headquarters of the Mad Capitalist. I'm your host and games master for the evening, James Robertson. Joining me this evening, spooky, scary skeletons. Ben playing Pizzazz, the gnome wizard.
Greetings.
In the shadow of the Colossus, Bob plays as Lanwar, the Firbolg druid.
Hi.
Most haunted, it's Neil as Dion the half-orc ranger.
Hey.
And I was working in the lab late last night when my eyes beheld an awful sight. Yep, it's TR playing as Glack, the kobold cleric. Okay. As you can tell, this was our Halloween show, so some spooks may occur. Now, last time, our ragtag band of heroes infiltrated the lair of the Buttercup Guild, successfully rescued their friend Bragg from a waking nightmare in an ooze matrix, and halted Buttercup the Beholder Crime Lord's super soldier program, whereby it took adventurers, cloned them, and upgraded them to a terrifying power. On their travels, they found and stole Phylactery, a vessel made by an undead mind flayer to house souls, after defeating the flayer itself. Pizzazz took it in hopes of studying it, to further his own ambitions towards lichdom. And that's where we pick up today, with Epilogue 3, Pizzazz's Phantasmagorical Phylactery. Yes, maniacal laugh.
Maniacal laugh.
Pizzazz, you're in your lab, in your modest home. The artifact that you've been tinkering with sits before you. It's an object brimming with dark magic, and you've been so intrigued and engrossed by it since receiving it a few days ago. Its nature seems to resonate with your own magic, and so your leaders, your mentor, requested you take this item with you and study it, attempt to unlock its secrets. And you have. You discovered that it can manipulate the flow of life energy, what some scholars, and especially monks, call ki energy. Your experiments began small, attempting to siphon off energy from plants and lab rats, and channeling this energy into casting spells. You're making much progress as you can without physically breaking open the object. But the time has come to begin taking pieces from it. As the first scalpel blade slices the black scale from this thing, a hideous stench, that of putrid decay, escapes the wound. You gag and back away as a thick greenish-black smoke pours from the egg, quickly filling your room, engulfing you. A flash of necrotic energy seems to emanate from this now roiling storm of darkness as it seeps through the building. Sounds in the distance, muffled thuds, and maybe the breaking of glass, you can't be sure. And as suddenly as it started, like an image thrown in reverse, the smoke retracts into the artifact, and the cut you made bubbles over, sealing itself like a scab. It takes a few minutes for you to overcome the shock. The house where before felt warm, with music playing on a magical gramophone in the next room, is now cold and silent. You leave your room and explore the house. None of the gas lamps are working, which is strange. So you create a small mote of fire in your hand. The shadows flicker around the walls as you enter the parlor, but you trip over a large lump of something on the ground. As you scramble to your feet and look down, you see your mother, dead and cold, eyes wide open in terror, with no marks on her face. You frantically look around and you find your father across the room, a smashed bottle of brandy on the ground beside him. As you stare at him, his neck cracks as he twists his head towards you, blank eyes staring through you. You feel a hand on your shoulder, and as you jerk around, your mother stands there, creaking, her mouth dripping this black ichor. You look back at your father, who screams, and you scream in terror as you wake up at your desk, in your lab-like apartment in Sigil, soaked through with sweat.
God, I've not thought of that for a long time.
The skull of the Mind Flayer and its Phylactery, which you were examining last night before you fell asleep, sit on the desk in front of you. silent, and as you left them the night before.
I do not like thinking about that. That was like 200 years ago. And it still sends shivers down my spine.
You stretch and wake up. Your ghoul manservant, one of many you have now at your disposal. Your powers have increased infinitely since that fateful day 2 centuries ago. You make your way downstairs, you have breakfast, and you feel almost a tug in your heart, almost a tug towards the east of the city. You know what's out there. All your research over the past year had led you in that direction, where a legendary Lich, Kwalish, had said to make his home, his own lab, one of the first to delve into the experiments of feeding souls to phylacteries, attempting to make 10th, 11th level spells. That is where your journey will no doubt lead you to. But you meet up with your friends. Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, I suppose I should probably put this skull away for the time being and look into that a bit later on.
Yeah.
Yep.
You meet up with your friends at Adventurers Retreat and plan the day. It's been a strange one, and as you're all having a bit of a break, you've not had a break in quite some time. It's good to just sit and have a drink and just catch up. Nearby, you've not seen Elder Adrak in a little while. Actually, you see one of their servants pin something to the wall. The list, which you all are aware of. It's everyone from Adventurers Retreat who has died in line of duty on an adventurer. The list has increased a fair bit in recent weeks. Ever since a band of adventurers went off in search of Kwalish's legendary lab in hopes of finding some artifact or other that they could make their fortune with. They found something, to be sure. They kept very tight-lipped about it, but they sold it at auction. They made a pretty penny. They thought their lives were going well. Then they all started dying. One of them was accidentally impaled on his own sword while he slept. Another similarly died in his sleep. Apparently he walked up to his roof and just jumped off the edge.
Idiots didn't take heed of the curse.
All in all, 5 of them have died in their sleep. One had a heart attack. One just died of old age. A very, very old elf, about 700. But there's only one left now. And he has mysteriously disappeared. Rather unsurprisingly, some of your fellow adventurers who are whispering around the tavern, you can hear them say now, rather unsurprisingly, he's locked himself away in hopes that he won't meet the same fate as his friends. The day is yours, adventurers. What would you like to do? The sun shines. Or rather, the lights in the sky shine. There is no sun in Sigil, obviously.
So these adventurers, they've gone looking for Kwalish's mysteries, really.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I've been researching into myself. There's a curse, which I'm assuming they've just ignored. You know how many of these guys have died? Yeah, that's not normal. They're not meant. People aren't meant to just stab themselves in their sleep.
Stabbing themselves in the sleep?
Oh, yeah, this guy somehow impaled himself in his sleep.
Oh, it
On
was
his own
all.
sword.
Yeah, they were all tragic accidents. Lanoir, you've heard of this sort of thing. Adventurers so tired that while they're sharpening or polishing their swords, they just stab themselves in the chest. That's it.
Rather odd.
Yeah.
May have been
Not
having a
so odd
nightmare.
after going to Kwalish's lab. The amount of shit that they would have seen there. There's no way that they would just give up on things.
Black.
Hello.
Hi. Come here. I've been brewing pretty and doing stuff. I believe this might come in handy for you.
Okay. What is it?
I will...
Also, do you know what the curse is?
Yes.
I don't know the specifics. All I know is that there's a curse on, or within the lab, that what's his face made. That anyone that goes into his lab that he hasn't invited will suffer death, essentially.
I would like to use one of my skills as my... Since I haven't been using my adventure retreat skills, I might as well use them now. Since I am now we're rank 3, I would like to use the adventurer's preparation.
Okay, what does that entail?
Right, I will put it in the chat for you.
Yeah, I'm not big on Acquisitions Inc. stuff, but this is exciting.
So everyone in chat can see as well. There it is.
You gain the ability. Okay, you ask one question.
I'm gonna ask myself the question of, do I remember any...
Now this is the only one you get
Yeah.
for this adventure, Lanoir. Just remember that.
Guidance!
Or until you get a long rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is more...
What is the question?
Have I heard anything about this curse? Do I remember any bits of information hearing over the retreat or looking into it for, obviously, Pizzazz would ask stuff, and with my position I would probably look into it a little bit.
Okay.
So
that's a reasonable check. You want to look in the archives.
Yeah.
And think back to a time when you were researching, and you possibly might have stumbled across curses. Okay. Roll your check.
Right. So this is a insight history.
Intelligence history.
Intelligence history.
Which is just a history.
And I get a Well, I've already passed, so...
You've passed the baseline DC. If you get above a 20, I might give you something extra.
Right, so I will roll,
D4 for the guidance.
But you did pass. You vaguely recall, actually, and it was over the past year, incidentally, when you were reading up about the possible natural curse that could have overtaken Willowwood, the darkness, the darkening, as it's been come to known by the lands.
mhm.
You were looking up curses. What could have possibly done this? And you remember there is an old house on the beyond the main hub of Sigil, because not everywhere in the capitalistic society is just city. There are outskirts, there are suburbs, there are woods, trees, bits of nature. Granted, they were put there, but there is still nature. It's been nourished by all the druids who passed through. In the depths of the Black Forest, way to the east of Brightside Towers and the central hub of Sigil, there is a house. A house in which it is said that only death awaits people. Folks who go there, children who've wandered into the woods, even adventurers who've gone off seeking fame, deadly animals to kill, even a few druids, in fact, who've gone into the forest in search of rare herbs, for it is said that anything can be found in the depths of the wood. Anything your heart desires can be found there. And many say that's why Kwalish built his house there. He was looking for answers too. Whether he found them, you don't know. You didn't really pay much attention to that.
Okay.
But you are aware. The house is there. People have seen it. But all who have gone there have either not returned or come back lacking somehow. Like they lost a piece of themselves in the finding.
And as I... that says I'm handing something off, a potion off the Glack.
That's fine. For those who can't see very well, or who are listening, it's a potion of fire giant strength.
Yep. This might help you in your out, Glack.
Oh, fun.
Remember, and don't drink it too soon.
I take it away from my lips already. Okay. I shall wait.
It smells really nice, like fire whiskey, you know, like cinnamon. It smells like it would properly warm you up.
You could baste your pocket chicken with it.
I won't tell you what the ingredients are then.
I like to imagine frost giant strength smells a bit like spearmint, you know. Yeah. Just you don't want to know what hill giant smells like.
Yes.
I got a rough idea.
Stone smells kind of like a sickly sweet smoke, you know. Stone giant.
Burnt sugar.
But
Yeah. And also looks
Anyway.
a little bit different too.
in what way?
Yeah, the headband looks a little different now. On the top of Lan's head. It is no longer just a simple headpiece. It looks more like a crown. And the staff he carries is a little different too. So,
You look like you've gone off in the world there.
I've been having some people work on my staff, and I combined a couple things to make this a bit more useful.
I mean, the crown's a bit much.
Oh, I'm sorry. This combining things just got a bit a little flashy. I do agree.
You swear you can see a figurine of a crow up there, but you don't know why. Yeah.
You might not notice other things about me unless you're looking a bit closer. And if I I just sort of look a little sore for a second there. Anyway, yes, there seems to... When I was looking to see what the curse was on my own level, I heard about a was it a house out in the dark woods that you might be of interest to you, Pizzazz?
Well, the Darkwoods was where Kwalish had his not set up his stuff, so it might be his house.
Yes. I mean, we could look into the place. I don't know what curse is affecting these people, but that is definitely somewhere I've came across.
I'm planning to head over there if you guys want to join me.
Oh, sure. Do you want me to give Tink a call? She's always useful.
She's useful, yeah, but this is something I don't want to involve her in.
Fair enough.
In that case, you have my bow.
Don't do this.
I wouldn't feel good about myself if I let you go alone, especially from what I've heard of the place. So,
Appreciate that.
But shall we make our way?
Yeah.
Cool.
Lead the way.
I'm just doing map stuff real quick.
Okay.
So, did you have to go for such a big crown when you're sticking stuff together, or was it just like the only one in the shop had left?
It was a combination of a couple of items that just went a bit over the top. This particular person loved the lavish and gaudy stuff. I said I'm a simple druid. I didn't need something as...
I mean, did they need to engrave it with King of the World?
I mean, it's a bit much.
Yes.
Hey, when Bragg first conceived of that crown,
Yes, you don't want to know what the staff's called.
Oh, go on. What's the staff called?
I told them my name.
Staff of Ages.
No, I
it's the
told...
staff of your mama.
Obviously, leaving the commission with them, I had to tell them my name. So they...
Oh, not land staff.
No. Well, yes and no. For some reason, because of this other thing here, this crown, they came up with Landwar Staff of the Druid King.
Staff of the Druid King.
Yes, it seems
Are druids a monarchy?
I don't think so. We don't have a monarchy.
Oh, but you do now, Druid King.
Oh God.
God, where?
Well,
Back at the gym.
above the Druid King, I assume.
As you head east, Pizzazz, it's fairly easy for you to take the lead because you feel that tugging in the pit of your stomach, in the center of your chest. It draws you on. There's something like it might, you don't know, it might be just your curiosity, it might just be an invisible force pulling you on to your destiny, if you believe in that such kind of thing. But there's just something that brings you onward. And eventually, after a couple of hours traversing through the city, for the city itself is, bigger than London for real world terms. It is huge. You make your way from the center, way out, past the east side, and it's around about, so you set off around about 9 o'clock, or your perception of 9 o'clock in the morning, and you get to the edge of the city by about 1 p.m. You stop for lunch as you look over a massive drop, a cliff of what you can vaguely make out streaks of copper arcanite running down this incredible scree cliff towards a forest that stretches on for miles and miles out towards the horizon. It is Landwar, the biggest forest you've ever seen, and there's something about it, something that sends shivers up your spine. You can't know from this distance what is in it, but you sense there's something dark, something evil lurking in that forest. And this is your view as you make your way down the cliff without much trouble. You can all either fly or, have misty steps and feather falls and all such. You make it to the edge of the forest, and as you enter inside, the bustle of the city, just a short distance away up that cliff, drops completely. It is as if the forest itself is under a constant field of not anti-magic, but it's like colors and sounds. Your sense of smell is dimmed. Everything. All you know is the creeping sense of foreboding that is the forest.
I am going to try speech of Least and Leaf to see if I can.
Mm-hmm.
That allows you to talk to stuff. It doesn't mean that they can talk back to you.
I know. I was going to play that. So Landwar, there's a particularly gnarled, sort of bent old, almost bent double tree nearby. You go over to it. As you put your hand against its weathered, sort of almost leathery, as you touch it, bark, you hear a faint rustle. as if a gentle breeze just makes its way through the leaves.
I'm just feeling to see if this actually... These feel like normal trees to me.
Roll a nature check.
Black whispers to Pizzazz, so is he just filling up the tree for forest envy? Or is he actually trying to talk?
18?
It feels like a real tree, insofar as it feels like something like the trees from Willowwood, in as much as they were conjured. So they are real trees.
Mm.
But as you reach deeper, you feel just something.
Okay, I'm going...
Something in the core, not in this tree particularly. This tree seems fine. It's a bit old. It's a bit weathered.
I'm going...
It hasn't been tended.
I will tap my staff and use one of its charges to speak with wait, oh, that's the wrong one. That's not... I speak with animals. That's not the one for trees. Where's the one? Speak with plants.
Speak with plants is a third level spell, I believe.
Alright, so it's 2 charges instead, not 1.
Mm-hmm. Also, can we just say, speaking with animals is only a first level spell, and speaking with plants
costs more.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, it
Tree.
takes more concentration for a non-sentient thing to talk back to you.
Oh, druids would argue with you when you say trees aren't sentient, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But that's locate plants or animals. You cast it, you feel a tree in front of you.
Oh, god damn it, have I not got those?
You-
Because the staff is new, I'm trying to figure it. Wrong button. Damn it, wrong spell. Oh,
It's okay.
God. All these spells.
Don't be jumpy.
All these new spells on this damn staff. Oh.
It seems like a you problem. Oh no, look at me with my new magic item that has too many spells. Boo-hoo.
I'm so powerful now. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I can talk to all the animals and the plants.
That's...
Either way, you cast Speak with Plants, because this is getting old.
Yes.
And you hear now the breeze that's rippling through the trees. You can understand it. The trees are whispering to each other. Oh, these intruders. Why have they come?
Take the holy ground.
This is what they're saying to each other.
We're not intruders.
This one speaks our tongue.
I'd hope so. I am a druid. I'm one of nature.
Why have you come, one with nature?
We seek to find a house that lies within these woods.
The wind whips now, and it's not quite screaming, but it's like a it's like when someone panics. It's like when they hear something frightening. We do not speak of it. We try to move our roots away as we can. All brethren in that part of the woods are no longer linked with us.
That gives me more cause for deal with it. If it is infecting these woods, I cannot let it stand. Please, can you help me and guide me the way?
This would be a persuasion check.
Okay.
That's fine, Pizzazz.
Okay, cool.
You just start sketching runes in the earth.
Not the most persuasive person.
No.
We are sorry, one with nature. If you wish to truly help, you must help yourself and leave while you can. Yes. Only death lies that way.
Hear what you say, and I appreciate the warning. But if it is truly is affecting nature this badly, I can't turn away.
That is your decision. We will have no part of it.
That's fine.
We have survived centuries by being uninvolved. We will continue to survive by being uninvolved.
Well, I will do what I can to help. And I will infer this to my friends in a more common tongue.
Yeah, so this entire time, Lan has just been going, whoa, 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 whoa. Breeze, whoa, 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 whoa. Just been making the noise. He picked up a few branches. Yeah, he picked up a few branches off the ground and just started rattling them. A bit like Rafiki in The Lion King.
I'm sorry, the plant language is a little different. Oh, you'd hate to see the druid language.
So they're not going to help us.
Unfortunately not.
Did you tell them you're king of the druids?
Ah.
I don't believe I gave myself that title, and I don't think they would quite believe it.
I mean, it says it on your staff just there. It's just up and down.
I shouldn't went back to that gaudy artificer. Why did I not go see Tink instead? Pizzazz. I'm sorry I can't help find the place, but I am more determined to help you than now that I've spoke with the trees.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Yes.
I thought you were like having a stroke or something. Going up the tree, stroking it. I thought you were having a bit of a time to yourself there.
Yes, the druid communicating with trees does seem a little strange. I'm sorry. I will try and warn you what I'm doing next time.
Yeah, fine.
Just Lan being at one with nature again.
Yeah, just druid stuff.
Yes.
Hashtag just druid stuff. So, what would you like to do? You have unfortunately failed to persuade the trees to help you. Or at least these trees, anyway. These much older, quite gnarled ones. Near at hand, actually, with your high passive, you do notice there are a lot of smaller sort of saplings that may be more malleable, but certainly these old wise ones,
Yes.
they have seen much. They are survivors against all odds.
I will say hello to the sapling and see if I can infer some help from the young sapling.
Okay. So while Lana's chatting up the trees, Pizzazz, you were casting detect magic.
Yes.
Is anyone else doing anything?
Glacker
Dion?
sat down and started knitting.
What are you knitting?
Well, because we're going into a dark forest, he assumes at some point he's going to need a nice scarf.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
a nice, like, forest green scarf is what he's trying to go for.
Groovy. You don't even have to roll for that. You've been doing it pretty much non-stop. It's one of your preferred skills. You have a forest. You have a. I tell you what though, if you roll a dexterity check with your proficiency, we'll see, how good it is, and if you manage to get like a cat. Oh my god, you this is your finest work, Glack. You have made a camo scarf, which, you know what? I'll say while you're in in a tree-like or forested area, while you wear this scarf, it will count as like your cloak/neck thing. So I don't know if you have a cloak already. It will give you advantage on stealth checks, or other creatures have disadvantage to see you. I think both of those. Basically, a cloak of elven kind.
I whip it around.
But it only works. It only works while you're in a forest area. There we go. I award good roleplay. Dion, what are you getting up to?
I'm just gonna wait and to hear back from Lan and Pizzazz to see what they've managed to find out.
Cool. Tell you what, roll me a perception check. Since Glack's knitting, Lanwar's chatting up the trees, and Pizzazz is working on a spell. That sort of leaves you free. And you're a hunter. You're always on the lookout. You've always got your ear open for possible danger. I mean, not right now. You notice there's...
It's still early.
Yeah, you notice there's something on your boot, and then you start picking at it, and before you know it, you've scratched a hole right through the toe of your boot. And you're looking down at it and thinking, oh shit, I'm supposed to be on the watch. And you look around, nothing's up. You're pretty sure no one's nearby.
Dion starts whistling as if nothing happened.
Rub some dirt on his toe.
Yeah, paints his toe black. Pizzazz, as your detect magic spell completes, you see permeating the forest itself, aside from what you have already with you, you can make out along the surface of the forest floor and a few inches below the surface the magic that's spreading through the roots of the trees nearby. They seem very magically inclined. Roll me a perception check. See if you can spot things in amongst the trees. Unfortunately, you just... the magic, the power and the excitement of being quite close. No, you're chatting to the trees, Bob.
Can I add something into this to make a distraction?
Sure.
If he looks at me, I start glowing all over.
Yeah. Lanwar is especially distracting. Everything in this forest seems to be in some way magical. The very air itself seems to be suffused with... It's almost fey-like in essence, but there's a hint of darkness to it as well that reminds you of disparity, or as you know it from your old world, the Shadowfell. There's something Fey-like to this place. It seems to be leeching magic into its surroundings. But that tug is still there, drawing you into the depths of the forest, further towards the east. Lanwar, this younger tree, seems a bit more animated, as far as trees go. Hi.
Oh,
Hi.
uh,
What up?
I was wondering if you could help in any way.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a cabin in here that the trees wish to stay away from.
Yeah. The old farts, they don't like the cabin. All the old guardians of the forest are... Well, they say they went evil, I don't know.
Hmm?
Yeah. There's a darkness in the woods. Turned the trees to evil. So instead of shepherding the trees, they drag them closer, they cut them down, feed them into the house of the dead. Sometimes you hear noises. I try not to think about it.
House of the Dead doesn't sound very good.
No. It's not. I lost a friend to it. Well, I say I lost a friend. There was another couple of druids came through. A band of, well, more than you. It doesn't know what numbers there are. Is. It doesn't know what numbers mean. More two-leggers than you.
Okay.
Couple of them were druids. They spoke to me.
Mm-hmm.
Spoke to the old trees too. One of them pointed their way. They went in. Some moons passed. They came back with a box.
Box.
Hmm.
That might be... Pizzazz? Oh, he's busy, sorry.
They were talking about the treasure they'd found.
Treasure?
Yeah. But one of them, the druid, said that it was a fell place.
And I'm getting this impression here, by the way the trees talk, and this... what you're telling me.
He actually came back through. And at this point, the tree overhead whips a branch. Do not speak. But do not say any else. We will not help. Sorry. The druid came back through. I think he went to the house again. He had the chest with him. But he's not been back.
Okay.
He looked tired.
Do not... worry yourself more. We will find our own way. I don't want to see you hurt by your elders. And that wasn't very nice.
There's no answer. There's no answer from the tree you admonish.
But thank you for that information. I hopefully will come back with good news after this. And with time, they'll whatever it is will fade from here, and you can flourish again. And I can maybe offer some aid to help you flourish again once this is gone. But I am having some troubles in my own woods, too. So I'm hoping this might give me some insight in helping with my own problem, too.
The 10 minutes, everyone else, especially Pizzazz, the 10 minutes seems to have come to an end.
Yeah.
So at this point, the tree has no recourse to answer.
I will go back to my friends and seeing what Pizzazz is doing, not disturb him until he's done.
Pizzazz.
Did you have a nice chat with the tree?
Yes, I've gained some insight into this.
Good news?
Somewhat helps clarify what happened and where the last person has went.
And that is...
It was a druid who returned with the box, having taken it back there to try and not incur the curse, I believe.
Do you know what was in this box?
No. I do not want to see the young sapling punished anymore. Do you not see the other tree whip him for his help that he gave me?
I was too busy looking for other dangers coming.
Yes. That's fine. Is that new?
Tis what new.
Press X to continue through the trees, by the way.
So, silly question, I'm sure you asked the trees, but do they know what the curse is? And how we cannot get cursed?
I didn't have time to ask that. I didn't think to ask that either. I don't think they would know. They just stay away from the cabin.
Okay, but I'm sure, like, you and Pizzazz being, king of the druids and creepy little undead person, has a plan for the curses.
Yeah, Pizzazz is king of the druids.
By the way, definitely getting that on a t-shirt.
That's why I'm not talking.
It's the sequel to this campaign. The many adventures of the Druid King and the creepy little undead critter. Name needs a bit of a workshop, but I think we've got a hit. I think the CW are definitely interested.
Oh, it's a buddy comedy.
Laz hasn't mentioned to them about tugging feeling that he's getting.
Okay.
And so he said that he's detected magic and that he's getting strong sense or strong magical powers coming from the direction that he's getting tugged.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially beckons the party to follow him towards it. Yeah, so I've just cast Detect Magic here. There's a lot of magical energy coming from this direction. That's probably where the lab / cottage thing is.
Okay.
You're talking to the trees. What were they saying?
I believe our unfortunate adventurers who died of recent are possibly the ones who went through here and took a box from there. And
Alright.
from what little information I could get from the trees, a druid returned with a box into the forest. So, I believe he's the last adventurer that we heard about. The one who seeks to not suffer from the curse.
I mean,
But he hasn't
Yeah.
not returned.
he probably can't.
They also told me that some of I believe the trees have turned against us
Turn against what? Us.
as adventurers, as people going through.
The amount of necrotic magic emanating in this area, it wouldn't surprise me if it's given some of the wildlife and fauna and flora sentience. A bit like your land bushes.
Yes.
But
Maybe a little bit more dangerous.
possibly.
So what's the plan, folks? Bazaz, you're just going to lead them on?
Yep, lead them on with goals.
Before we go,
Oh,
because I cannot well cast this now.
oh,
Nice.
pray tell.
My staff.
Aha, you can cast that at will?
Yes.
Wow. That's pretty good, actually. Fair play to you.
Yeah. To give us a little bit of a better chance of getting through here.
Okay, so do you want to lead? Or Pizzazz
I mean-
leads?
I'll lead with Tom, Dick, and Harry. That's the name of the goals. Well,
That's
the
the
name
name
that
of the ghoul?
that's the name I've given them. I can't be asked to actually give them proper names, so Tom, Dick, and Harry. That's the first names that came into my head.
Hmm.
Don't know what their names were before they were goals. They're not very chatty.
You begin to lead the ghouls in. For some reason, I need to very quickly log out of Roll20 because the map has just completely frozen for me.
Fair enough.
But you make your way deeper into the forested area. And as you get ever deeper, Pizzazz, you feel that continued sense. It's like a balloon being inflated in your stomach. It's like that sense of excitement and nerves, and it's strange power as well. It's like you can sense the darkness seeping through the place. Everyone who wishes and who's keeping a lookout, like what's the party order, and B, what sort of, are you keeping an eye out, or are you trying to be stealthy?
We're probably trying to be a bit stealthy whilst keeping eyes out, especially with the trees warnings and everything.
Okay. Cool. It will be a party stealth then.
Okay.
Okay.
isn't it still +10 for everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I've got my +10 on there.
Oh wow!
Hang on, let me roll from the gauze as well.
Plus 10 to that.
Oh, my ghouls are pretty decent. So they've got +2, or +12, including the passive trace.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 31, then 26 and 28.
Some pretty stealthy ass ghouls.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want them to just creep upon me in the middle of the night. My god. Alright. So, this is the map here. Finally loaded back up. Huzzah. Kalukali. Come on, don't do this, roll 20. Dude. There we go.
Nothing's changed in mind.
Okay.
I've just had to come out and roll 20.
Oh,
Yeah. Groovy. It has worked.
Oh.
So, you find yourselves moving through this forested area from the southern area of the map, and eventually arriving at so down there. Actually, let me just reveal that southernmost area as well. No, that's boom.
Do you want a single miniature or all of them?
Oh. Here you go. If you just want to drag where you are. The party order, please.
Okay.
On this road. And you can't be certain, but the most perceptive among you. So anyone who got... Oh, you didn't roll perception.
Well, my natural's, natural's
yeah,
25.
you're concentrating on being stealthy, which for the most part you are. The ghouls pretty much ferrying Pizzazz along. You can hear in the near distance the sort of babbling of like a brook, but as you get closer, you see in the clearing there is no river running through the area. It's not really a lake per se. It's like a small puddle, really. It's like a little nook, like a little cavern.
Almost like the river had started to dry up.
Well, not especially. More like it's naturally enclosed in this area. Oh, that was a bit loud.
Yeah.
It's more like it's naturally enclosed within this area, but it is nigh unpassable, except over to the far left and right here. There are very narrow sort of walkways. The water itself is black, pitch black, especially this deep in the forest. Pitch black and unmoving. Not even a ripple moves across its
Just
surface.
stagnant.
But there is an island. Just a small outcropping, maybe 10 foot by 5 foot or so. 8 foot by 7, roughly about. In the middle of this lake. difficult to see anything on that sort of rocky area. What do? Do you just continue on your way, or?
I'll ask you this now. It may not apply right now, I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But because forest is one of my favoured lands,
Mm-hmm.
it's saying like, find twice as much food while foraging and while tracking creatures. You learn the exact number, sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area. So would I be able to tell if anything has passed?
Hmm.
As I say, I don't know if it applies now.
Yeah, it depends. Are you tracking the druid, the tiefling druid, that Lanwar was told about by the trees, or are you just keeping an eye out for enemies, or what sort of thing are you doing to utilize this skill?
Keeping an eye out for enemies.
Okay, then let's roll a tracking check. Let's roll a survival check.
All right. I should get double proficiency on this.
Yeah, it's very high. As you look around the ground, there are no major footprints that have been left recently. There's one set. There's one set going in the direction you're going. Apparently, the party of 6 who left carrying the chest either left so long ago that the footprints have been completely gone over, or that they took another exit, possibly teleported. Who knows? But there is one set of footprints leading straight ahead, through the clearing, around the clearing, and continuing on their way. In addition to this, you notice signs of, as if the trees, the edges of them, the ones that are on the edges of the path, rather, I should say. It's like the bristles, the branches, are sort of struck by this black energy. It looks like they were smoking or something. It looks remarkably similar to lightning or possibly fire, some sort of elemental damage like that.
Okay, I'd say to the party that I found a set of footprints going this way, and the branches of the trees at the path seem to have been burnt somehow. I'm not sure whether it's been fire or lightning. But there's tracks going along this way. It may be our druid friend.
So shall we follow the tracks? Keep on going?
Yep.
If Pizzazz thinks this is the right way as well,
It's most likely.
then we shall proceed.
So are you leading the way now, Dion, or are you leaving it
Well,
to Pizzazz and his ghouls?
I'll be at the front asking, taking directions from Pizzazz.
Okay, that's fair.
You know, Pizzazz saying, like, go left here or whichever way.
Okay. As you get closer to the central area, Dion, so closer to about there, as you take the lead. Yes, Lan.
Can I use my alchemist's insight to see if I can determine what kind of liquid is in the settled in front of us? It's another one of my abilities.
you wouldn't be able to do that unless you
I will show
took
you.
a sample of it, unless you actually got up close and took a sample. You can't from 20 feet away just go, yep, that's water, that is, or yeah, that's acid. I can tell because I'm a wizard. You know?
I will tell you from that. That's what Alchemist Insight does.
But what is this? Yes, you can use an action to use your alchemist's supplies. So you go up to it, you take a sample, and you do like a thing with the alchemist supplies.
I have Traveler's Alchemist kit that is on my body.
Excellent. So you go up to the water's edge, and you disturb the water's edge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where's everyone else while this is happening? For no reason in particular.
Hanging out the back. Enjoying the walk through the forest.
It's a pretty nice walk through the forest, to be honest. Okay. Give me a nature check then. There, Lanwar.
Nature. 25.
25. Excellent. So this liquid is definitely water. It's somewhat stagnant. There's a chemical in it. We'll call it. I can't even think of what to call it. It's definitely like acidic in nature, sort of poison. Yeah, it's poisoned water. There you go. And you realize all this right as when you withdraw your hand and take a look at it. The rest of you see in horror while Lanwar looks at this liquid and turns around and says, "I've got it." You see something, a giant head, rise out of the water. As this is where I think we call for initiative. As suddenly as this thing in the water roars and lifts its head out of said water, you see ba-dimp, 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 ba-dimp.
Wait.
Little ghost lights begin to flicker on, sparkling energy all around them in the forest around you.
Cannot surprise me.
Okay. So currently I only have Dion on the turn tracker.
Sorry, I didn't select mine, but I got a nat 20.
If you want to select and re-stick it on there.
Here.
See here, add a turn for the will-o-wisp and for the hydra. So, rolling initiative myself for the will-o-wisp. Oh god, and for the hydra. All right, the will-o-wisp. Oh shit, that's a lot. The Iron Scale Hydra has a +1. Alrighty. So, bad news for all y'all, I'm afraid. But as Lanwar withdraws his hand from the water and identifies this poisoned material which appears to be feeding the trees around where you are. Suddenly the ghost lights pating, 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 flick on all around you. And the will-o-wisps trigger the combat. So they have... Yes. As suddenly as they turned on, they vanish. And as they get within 10 feet, you all have blind sight, right? Is that an activatable effect?
It's through the headset.
It's passive.
Alright.
You said these guys disappeared.
Yes.
Are they undead?
Why? Yes.
Because they're a favoured enemy of mine.
Oh, well, that's good.
I can track them.
Yeah, it's good to know. This is why, as well, you saw the lightning scars on the thing. However, they are all gonna... They are invisible, so they have oh no, you have blind sight, so you can technically see them, right?
Yeah.
The ghouls can't. So if you had to go...
Ghouls can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll do the one on the ghoul first then. So that's going to hit, and these are the empowered ones. So ghoul 1 takes 15 points of lightning damage. We'll do the 2 on Lanwar next. They have a plus... yeah, those are going to hit. A dirty 20 is the lowest, and a 22.
What did you say? 22?
A 20 and a 22 on you, Lanwar.
20 doesn't hit, the 22 does.
Okay. So you're going to take, my friend, 22 lightning damage.
I will use my reaction to absorb elements.
Alright. Cool. Dion, 1 gets a 16 on you, which misses. Glack, the 1 on you rolls 17, which probably misses.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And Pizzazz, the 1 on you rolls a 14, which probably misses. So that is their turn.
That's my AC.
Are you shielding? Or
No, I don't have shield.
Oh, okay then.
Wait, yeah, I do
Interesting.
have shield. Yeah, I'll shield then.
Okay. Okay. That is all of their turns.
James.
Yes, what is it?
What information can I recall about them?
I'll let you make a nature check on your turn.
Alright, okay.
As the combat just starts and you're suddenly under attack by invisible lightning creatures. We skipped Lanwar. What the fuck? Lanwar, it's your turn. Then Glack's on deck.
Okay. Wouldn't Glack go before me? Because I think he's probably more dex.
No.
Or...
Nope.
I don't want to change it. The answer's no.
Not according to my turn tracker.
Okay. Then I will toll the dead.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw 18 DC.
Wisdom 18 on the Hydra or one of the lights?
One of the lights beside us.
Okay. Wisdom 18, that's going to make it. Anything else? Bonus action?
I will use my bonus action to go 1, 3, 4. I will... how big are these boxes?
5.
5, 10...
Should the Hydra be bigger?
20.
Hydra should be bigger.
I will use my bonus action hidden pass to over there
Yep, you do so. Cool, black.
Pop out the astral arms. I'm just gonna wail on the one behind me for a second.
Go for it. That was the one that was attacking you.
So, first hit, 29.
29. Yeah, that hits.
I'm just gonna jazz that up with a little 3. And the second punch. Oh, it's a crit. Love it.
Is this all radiant damage?
Yes.
Okay. It's not one of its resistances. Okay. Alright. Cool, so it takes the 11, and then the crit actually would take it down, but it activates its undead fortitude and stays up. But since it can only do that once per turn, as you punch it again, you watch its already weakened state just go and collapse.
Don't worry. They go down quite easy.
Good to know.
Cool. There's no support, so it'll be the Hydra next. Which... what's it gonna do? The nearest person... the person that disturbed its water. So...
has disappeared.
Bamfed
yeah,
away.
so that's annoying. So... it's gonna haul itself out, and it's gonna make... yeah, those ghouls, I guess, are the nearest things, because they're forming a protective wall around Pizzazz. So, the ghouls are gonna cop 2 attacks apiece.
Okay.
As all 5 of this thing's heads just latch out. So a 15's the lowest there, and an 18.
The AC is 12, so...
Cool. 2 hits on number 1. 2 hits on number 2. And 2 hits on number 3.
Yeah.
Cool. So this is the... okay.
What's the mod on the hits?
Plus 8.
Plus 8, okay.
11, so 21 points on Ghoul 1.
Red.
23 on Ghoul 2. And 20 on Ghoul 3.
Oh, still alive.
Hey, nice. Cool, so just head after head just pummels in, bites, rips apart these ghouls, and as they slump to the ground around you, Pizzazz, it turns 5 of its heads at you in particular. Dion, it's your turn. Actually, it comes out as well and tramples on the dead ghouls. And roars. Ah! But imagine 5 heads. It's fucking terrifying. It shakes any... there are no birds. You know what, never mind. Shakes the trees. Lanwar, you hear the trees around you just go, ah, we warned you. You think. But Dion.
The history of these creatures.
Aha, the history of them. They're little ghost lights. So will-o-wisps, they generally move through the forest, drawing people to their death. They are undead, but they generally are fierce protectors of their forest home. The fact that these ones are attacking in such force and allied with a hydra, which does, you watch, appear to be directing them to attack, is something. They can be destroyed, but they are... I'll tell you what, roll me a nature check, since this is your favorite enemy. nature. You know that these things are immune, being undead, to poison, and probably to
should
lightning
add
as well.
5 onto it. No, it's okay,
It's
sorry.
fine. They're immune to lightning and poison.
Immune to
I'll
lightning and poison.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay, cheers.
It's your turn.
I'll attack the Hydra.
Alright, okay. It will be at disadvantage if you're using a ranged weapon, because you're within 5 feet of
An enemy.
Oh, alright.
another enemy.
Yeah, okay, I'll attack.
Okay. Roll your attacks. 23 does hit the Hydra for 18 damage. 29 does hit it. 17, that fucking bow, man. For another 17 points of damage. Any bonus actions?
Hunter's Mark.
You should know there's Martin.
Yeah, I know. It was after I took the first shot. I was like, damn it.
These things happen. Laura Bailey had the same problem. It was Laura Bailey who played Vex, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's been so long ago since I saw that campaign.
I've actually seen that one. I've seen
Ah,
the second one.
cool.
Well,
Dion, do you want to move away or do you want to stay where you are, hold your ground?
I'll move back a bit.
Okay, you are going to take an opportunity attack then.
Yes.
Okay, just move where you're going to move to.
The 5 feet, you said.
You going to move 5 foot back, 10 foot back? Where are you going to? Where are you going?
I'll go 10 foot back.
Okay, so you're going to take an opportunity attack from the Will-O-Wisp first, which scores a 21 to hit you.
It hits.
Cool, so you're going to take 16 points of lightning damage. And the Hydra is also going to lash out at you.
ooh, so it's got reach.
For a 17 to hit. So unfortunately that one misses.
No, that misses.
But Pizzazz, it's your turn.
Okay.
2 of your ghouls have been felled.
Yeah. And the Hydra's right in front of me.
Yes. It's leering at you.
Mm-hmm. So, what I'm going to do is bonus action Misty Step the fuck out of there.
Yes. I respect this decision. Ghoul, defend me!
Well, it's a bonus action for me to instruct them to do anything.
Oh, but I imagine they defend themselves as best they can. So we'll say that the one attacking it is like that one there, which he can defend himself if he wishes. No action required. It's just if you want to direct them to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
That's up to you.
Yeah,
So that's your bonus action.
defends itself against hostile creatures.
Yeah.
So that's my bonus action. I'm going to bamf. Where's my recruiter?
$30 feet's that one. Oh, that one there. Ish.
Yeah, that's bamf over there.
Perfect. You rematerialize in a puff of mist.
Yep. And then I am going to then cast Chill Touch.
Chill touch on the Hydra.
Hydra, yes.
Alright, go for it. Roll to attack.
14 to hit. I'm going to assume that misses.
14 unfortunately just splashes against its scaly hide, and does no damage. One of its heads looks back across at you and roars again. And it is those things now. They sense life. Technically, your ghoul would get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that doesn't hit the incredibly whippy little zip zaps
No worries.
as they move around. So we'll do the first one on it. Invisible, 14 plus a bunch.
Yep.
22 lightning. Yeah. Okay. So there's going to be 2 on Dion, 1 on Glack, 1 on Latmore. So Dion, 2 attacks on you. You were attacking their boss. They've got a +8 to hit, so a 19 and an 18.
Both miss.
Okay, Glack is missing,
And
Lan
my finger
Moore,
slipped.
a 24 is going to hit you, Lan, for 11 points of lightning damage.
Well, wait, no, it's not come back to me, so I can't absorb elements again. So
Yeah, you can. It's your turn right after the thing.
no, did I use my reaction to?
You used it on this exact thing last turn.
Alright, so I will use absorb elements again.
Okay. So Hydra has +8. So the lowest there is a 13. Next lowest is an 18, Pizzazz. Then a 19. So, are you shielding? So all 5 of its attacks, by the way, are on you.
Yeah, I'll shield that. So it takes me up to 19.
Yeah, so 2 of those are going to hit then, which is lucky for you, quite frankly. So you only take 2 die 10 damage, plus 10. So 28 points from 2 hits.
Ow.
As the first one just noshes in on your leg, you throw off a shield, and the second one just does max damage, clamping down on your neck, and you're in a pretty bad place. Tislanwar, you hear shocks of lightning just exploding through the trees nearby. You hear the final ghoul fall. You also hear the Hydra, all 5 of its heads roaring simultaneously, and also laughing an evil laugh. And it sounds like it has vocal cords. It doesn't sound like a creature. This creature is laughing and enjoying this torment of your party.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Wait, did you roll damage on? What was the damage you rolled on the last attack on me? The first attack you done on me?
11.
No, before the 11, because I don't know if you did. You roll the damage on the one that hit? Because I used absorb elements to reduce it by 4, but I don't know what I reduced.
I think you said it was 16 lightning.
I can't remember. If Neil says 16, I quite like that. 16.
You said 16 lightning.
Thanks, Neil.
Cheers, bud. Cheers.
Alright.
Cheers, bud. But it is your turn, Lan.
Alright. Sorry. Just putting the damage down before I forget about it. I will bonus action hidden path to get myself up to where Pizzazz is, so
Yeah, you're easily able to get there, since you can go 60 feet. This map isn't that big.
Right, so I will move here.
Mm-hmm.
And right. What nasty spell do I have to do? I will cast Firewall.
Firewall.
Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
So so it's basically just going through the water area and hitting the Hydra.
All right. It would also probably catch this one as well. 60 feet.
60 foot long, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick, and basically the damaging side is going to be on, obviously, the opposite side of Pizzazz. So,
Okay.
How many squares is that?
Can't you make it into a ring as well, though?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it so.
You ring it around the Hydra.
Mm-hmm.
Ring a ring
Is
a
that a
hydra.
burning ring of fire?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So
Sales to deck save.
it will circle it around the Hydra, so the 6 squares that the Hydra is on is just. Do you want me to draw it on with a brush?
Yeah, go for it, please. It's your turn, Glack. A wall of fire has just materialized over the lake. Lan is gone. You're under attack by a bunch of these little lightning critters.
I bet they bloody teleported away again. Right, I'm going to punch this one first.
Sorry, Pizzazz.
Alright.
Sorry, Glack. Need to support Pizzazz over the headpiece.
So 17 radiant.
That's a lot. Yep. Takes it.
And screw it, I will with another 4 radiant on top.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still up?
Tis still up. It's looking shaky though.
Okay, well, I'm going to do the second punch on it then.
Almost like if you had rolled one more hit, it would have died.
Oh, that's annoying.
Okay.
There are a 30 to hit the second punch.
Rolls its undead constitution. It stays on 1 hit point.
Ah! Okay, fine. Third hit to it. Using my key points for this. So 27.
A single bonus action hit doesn't take your key point. You just get that.
I'm doing another punch afterwards for somebody else.
Yep, that one goes down, and this guy's left. Right beside you.
I was going for that one. That was my guy.
Oh, well, there was one in front of you as well. So there we go, I'll move him there.
Then I will do a punch on this one. I'm trying to clear space for Dion with my last punch.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Because
So
if I'm
Kind
hitting
of you,
Dion, it
thanks.
means... Oh no, it means I get advantage on my hits as well.
Yeah.
Hey,
What am I
I
doing?
try to
Yeah.
help.
You have
I've got a 10-foot reach. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, 27 for that and just 10 radiant.
Just the 10. Well, bang.
Unfortunately so.
That's alright. It still looks pretty bad. It's the Hydra's turn. Now, Ring of Fire. Is that at the start of its turn it makes a dex save?
Your create a wall of fire. When the wall appears, each creature in the area must make a dex saving throw. On a fail, they take.
Yeah, that happened on its turn. Is it end?
When the creature ends its turn within there, it'll take more damage.
Ends its turn, okay. So instead of actually attacking to damage, it's going to attempt to grapple the two of you. So its head's reached through the wall, and its skin is aflame now. You can sense it doesn't like being on fire, being a wetland creature itself. So it's going to attempt to reach down and bite onto you and grapple onto you. So I'm gonna need acrobatics or athletics checks. So we'll do first one on Lan,
Okay.
+5, so 14. Is it +5? Yeah. So 14 is your DC to not be grappled.
18.
Cool. Second one, same difference.
+10.
That's from Pass Without Trace.
Yeah.
So Lan again. That's a 9 this time you have to beat. Ooh, look, high DCs. Cool. Third one, again on Lanwar. That's just 3 heads. You physically cannot make it. So with the first 2 heads, you manage to bat them off, like clonk them over the head with your club. But the third one just comes in and wraps itself around your body and drags you into the wall itself.
Oh no, the king!
Through the wall. With it. So you're now on the damaging side. And the last 2 heads are going to grab onto, or attempt to grab onto Pizzazz. So a 16 to beat, which you rolled a 19 for, so you duck out of the way the first one. And the second one is an 8 you've got to beat. Hey, look at that. So you watch as Lanwar may have been hooked and crooked, but not you. And Lanwar, you watch on in horror as the 4 of the heads retract into the water, along with most of the body of the creature, holding you up against the firewall with one of its heads. So roll damage. It's going to take half damage because it's underwater. It's resistant.
Okay, so 5d8, I believe it was.
Yes.
You can just hit the spell again.
Oh, yeah, I'll just hit the spell again. Alright.
Anything can happen in the woods. Cool. It takes 13 fire. And you were dragged into the flames as well, so you're going to take 27 of that.
And as a reaction, I'm gonna cast Absorb Elements.
You already... Oh yeah, you can do. I hope you're marking off these spell slots. That's your third one.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I've been using level 1 so far for the Absorb Elements. So,
cool. You're also going to take 13 then, unless you're already resistant to fire, in which case.
I'm gonna use 4th level to cut down the damage.
4th level. That just does that? Really? Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Makes it 4d6 instead of just 1.
No. So what happens there is you give yourself resistance, and then you do damage. You do a d6 of damage on your the next melee attack you make before the end of your next turn.
Right.
So just at first level is fine. So keep your slot. That's just how much damage you would do in addition to your melee attack damage next turn if you were to melee attack it. Dion, it's your turn. And make a Constitution save as well. DC 10. If you can fail it at all. Dion, it's yourself. There is one will-o-wisp within 5 feet of you, just sort of buzzing around. It's invisible, but you know where it is because you have blind sight. There are another 3 in the forest nearby, and you can hear Pizzazz and Lan off in the distance fighting, going mano a mano with the...
Fire disappears.
Well, the fire drops. Yep. There you go. Fire's gone. So Pizzazz you actually see. That's quite fun.
Hi, Pizzazz.
There's just Lan being held above the water by one head. Dion.
I'll go for that closest wisp.
Cool. It's
I've
disadvantage
changed it to
unless you're
disadvantage.
melee attacking.
No, just from a bow.
Alrighty. Damn.
I mean, a 26 disadvantage is still great.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Did
Is
you
he
Hunter's
still
Mark?
up? No. Just
11
for 26.
damage. Still up, yeah.
Okay.
It's going to use its undead fortitude.
Ah.
And it stays at 1 hit point.
Ah.
Sadly.
See, it's annoying. They just don't die when you hit them hard.
Yeah.
That's your turn, Pizzazz. Then we'll have a twist in fate. Why not? Pizzazz.
Okay. So seeing that it's grappled Lamb,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just being a bit of a dick,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to cast my arcane sword.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, good.
7th level spell.
Holy shit. You're not even at the haunted house yet. It's alright, come on. Arcane sword. Yeah.
Yeah. I am going to attack the head that is grappling Lan.
Alright, yeah, go for it.
16 to hit.
16 does hit, and it takes all of that. You watch as your sword slices through the air, and the head comes off, splashing into the water. Lan with it, obviously. Is that a bonus action? Question mark? Pizzazz? Hello?
It's still on Discord.
Yeah. Apologies, technical issues, folks. Well, we'll come back to that. With the rest of Pizzazz's turn, if and when we can. A twist in fate. I'll get Lanwar to roll me a d20 to see if fate is in your favor or if it's against you.
Okay.
Sorry, that was mine.
Oh!
Okay, so unknown to you then, Pizzazz, a good twist of fate's coming. So what's your action there?
My action was the arcane sword.
Oh, I thought that was a bonus action. I thought it was like a
No,
powerful spiritual weapon.
No. It's my action. Yeah.
All right. Well, there are no heads currently above the water, so you're able to move up to like there if you wanted. But anyway, Lanwar rolled a twist in fate, and it was a natural 20. So you watch as Lanwar, the trees that earlier had shied and shunned you, begin to just sway in this breeze, and you feel rage, almost just this powerful, dark rage roiling in the trees themselves, and they start wailing on the will-o-wisps, taking out 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, leaving just the Hydra remaining. It was a good twist in fate.
But I won't move forward down.
Lanwar, it is your turn.
Would I have landed on the bank as the head fell?
No, you landed in the water.
Okay. The poisonous water.
And the poisonous water, yes. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. You're probably immune, right?
No, but I will get out of the poisonous water quickly.
Okay. As you swim over to the bank, you're going to take an opportunity attack from one of the heads as it whips out and tries to drag you under. But unfortunately, a 14 misses. As you manage to make it to the bank and haul yourself out, you have an action, a bonus action.
Okay. So when I got out, was I coming out the threat range by taking attack of opportunity?
Yes.
So I will use my movement to move back a bit further.
It is difficult terrain in these trees, by the way.
Right,
They're
so,
very thickly knitted.
So probably more like just there or something. But,
Alright, go for it. Cool.
and as an action, I will. What should I do?
Black, you're on deck, by the way. If you want to run up and punch the thing to death.
I will toll the dead.
Cool. Wisdom save. You can't actually see the Hydra.
Alright, then I want to hold an action as soon as it gets above the water. I'm going to toll the dead.
Okay, so that's going to be your reaction to release that spell.
Yes.
Glack, it's your turn.
So the Hydra's completely under the water.
Hydra is currently under the water, yes. You do see bubbles. Bubble.
Okay, so I'm just going to move up to here and I'm going to hold a cantrip until it comes out of the water.
Alright.
I'm not going to jump in the water and start punching down.
Okay. Well, it's its turn. And at the start of its turn, you watch as 4 of its heads begin to crest above the water. And from the stump that Pizzaz's arcane sword created, 2 more burst forth and screech. So it now has 7 heads.
Wait, 6.
It should be 6.
Oh yeah, lost
Does
one.
that have one
yeah,
cut?
it's got.
Cut off
sorry,
one
it's
head.
got 6. Yes, sorry, it's got 6 heads. It's looking at the 2, 3 of you. So your held actions, please. Dex save. Fails, takes 15 radiant. Lanwar, your held action.
Did it miss? Did it make this save or did it not? Because for some reason it's saying submit if value.
You've not rolled the Toll the Dead to me.
Yes, is it missing any health? Because that's what I'm getting.
Yes, it's
had
barely
its head cut off.
Yeah, it's had multiple heads cut off, dude.
So
Yeah, but it grew 2 back.
In fairness, yeah. So it fails. It takes 20 points of damage, 20 points necrotic. Okay. Yeah, at this it's angry. The nearest things are Glack and Pizzazz, so it's going to make 2 attacks at each. So Glack, a double header, so to speak. A dirty 20's the high one there.
Miss.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell. Look at that. 1 bites onto the neck of another, but a natural 20 hits Pizzazz. For Lanwar, a 16's the lowest there.
misses.
Cool. So you're going to take 15 points of damage. The natural 20. Pizzazz, you also take 15 points.
Okay.
And sensing its time, it's going to swim back and down. Technically, it's 10 feet away, so yeah, it swims into the darkness. sensing defeat is near. You wait. The bubbles cease after a moment, and all is silent once more in this forest clearing. You've luckily scared away this thing, and luckily the trees seem to be on your side, which return to swaying normally now.
When it
The pack-
moves away, I've got an opportunity attack.
It has 10-foot reach. Do you have 10 foot? Or do you get an opportunity with your sword?
I can, I think.
Is an opportunity attack, does that use your reaction as well?
Yes.
Ah, well then, bugger.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it doesn't. Well, at least it doesn't say in the wording that it gets that I can opportunity attack with it.
You're free to continue on through the woods. And at this point, the trees seem to be a bit more amenable to you.
I mean, I'm
Thank you, trees.
with the rest of the length. Oh shit! I need to roll a concentration first. Oh wait, no, I automatically pass that because my. Yeah. So with the rest of the spell length from the arcane sword, it's moving through the water in the direction that the thing went.
All right.
It says that a range of 60 feet, but it can move up to 20 foot per turn. I think that's the casting range, not.
Yes, 60-foot casting range.
It doesn't say if it goes out with a certain range, it disappears.
Well, it's got low enough health that if you hit, you might take it out. So, roll an attack or two with it, because it's a slow ass beast.
That one, then a 13.
Yeah. Though you continue chasing it for a little while, you see no more blood come up from the depths of this brackish water.
Cool sword. Is that new?
No, I've had it for a while. It's just the first time I've used it.
Cool. I mean, you know you chucked it in the water though, yeah?
I mean, it's a magical sword, so it doesn't actually exist. He pulls out the little necklace that he's wearing with a small platinum sword on it. It says, "This is the actual sword."
Oh, cool. I like the idea of it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can only cast it once a day at the moment.
I will, whilst we're sort of here knowing that this stuff's poisonous, I will cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
Yeah, you do so. I was just about to ask for a con save, incidentally.
Might as well use the staff.
Just as you feel the edges of your vision begin to blur from this sight rot water, you cast Lesser Restoration on yourself. And you maintain your vision. After a moment's pause in which you fire arrows and whatnot to keep the Hydra away, Dion relocates the footsteps, the meandering footsteps, heading north through the forest, heading east rather. You follow them.
I will
And
do pass without a trace on us as again. Just
after a time, nothing else seems to attack you in the woods. The trees, as I said, are more amenable to your presence now, since you have defended them or fought alongside them with against rather the will-o-wisps, and against the hydra, a scourge, apparently, in these forests. Up until a point, the trees work with you to clear a path. The darkness presses in and seems almost resolute as you make your way deeper and deeper into this forest. Until you hear a creaking ahead. Dion, a tree root comes out from the ground, and you almost trip over it. But a branch comes across and catches you. One of the trees nearby moves a branch towards Lanoir, and then points into the distance, where you see moving through a clearing. I say a clearing, a large area of blackened ground and forest, covered in ichor, covered in just this vileness, as if all the life has been leached from the earth itself, so that there is only, on death, is a house. Moving around this house, towering figures, which seem to be very tree-like. They sway to and fro, moving through the forest, occasionally coming to the healthier forest's edge, ripping trees out at the roots and carrying them back towards the house of death.
Can I make a perception check?
With what purpose?
To see if it looks anything like the blight that is affecting up on our level, or if it's different. I just want to see
something else.
This would be a nature check.
Okay.
If it's not the same thing, it does look remarkably similar. Though you've not seen the darkness manifest in the trees themselves, in the animals for sure. But you've seen no animals in this forest, save for the hydra, but that's a monstrous creature. You've seen no beasts, no foxes, badgers, birds. There's nothing like that. There's just the wind and the trees and the darkness.
How is everybody? Because I don't like the looks of those pointing
I'm
towards
good.
the trees.
I'm about half down.
That didn't get touched.
Damn you!
Okay, I will.
I've got, Pizzazz, if you want, I do have 2 potions of superior healing.
I've got these scrolls of cure wounds, so I can use those.
Yes, maybe
I mean,
good idea.
maybe we should just take a second to do this before we start,
Yes.
talking to the evil trees.
I don't think the evil trees are going to do much talking.
Well,
They
how
have
will
ways
you know
of
unless
making
you...
them talk.
Even if I do use a spell to be able to communicate them again. From what they're doing to the other trees, I'd rather stop them.
Break their branches.
So, how many can you see? And I hate to ask this. Do we have a plan? Do we want to just charge past, straight into the house? Do we want to take down the trees first?
I guess I'll make a passive perception check to see if I can make a visual count.
Yeah, go for it.
21.
Oh.
From what you can see, there are at least 3, but they do move around. There are 3 for sure that are moving and gathering trees.
3 from what I can see. I'll try and keep this conversation within the headset so we're not...
But you are aware that similar guardians of the forest that live up on Willowwood, when they aren't moving, they're indistinguishable from normal trees.
So camouflaged.
Yes.
I don't know how strong these 3 things are, but there may be more. I can't make any out from...
I mean, should we stand back and hit them from a distance?
Yes, we should probably come up with a plan of attack or a plan for... Are we sneaking in? What's everyone's thoughts on this?
How close together are they? Are they spread out, or are they quite close to each other?
Fairly spread. Yeah.
Do they cross over at any points, like the path they're making?
For ease, I'm gonna say no. They're doing their own thing. They appear to be acting independently towards a singular goal. That is to gather as much wood as possible. Though why, you don't know. Dion, with your survival check passively, you see moving, crouching by a rock, and then moving around a tree stump nearby, the footprints that you've been following head towards the house.
I tell the rest of the party I've picked up on the footprints again. They lead this way.
Well, you've been following them. This whole time.
Zaz, what do you think? Do you think... I don't know what's inside the house either.
I mean...
But Pizzazz, the pull here is stronger than it ever has been. Now that you're within sight of the place, and it's turned into almost a hunger, the answers you seek are in there.
There's something in there. I know there is. I mean... It's like something is drawing me towards it.
On their movement path, would they be within 50 feet of each other? Or would they...
Probably. At some point, probably.
I might be able to take 2 of them out of the fight for a bit, but it will mean I won't have my most powerful spell.
Let's keep that powerful spells till later.
Yeah.
Can we just wait till one comes vaguely close and we try and, all jump it?
Maybe fireball?
I mean, it's a tree. How tough are trees?
Why don't you ask one?
They're all bark and no bite.
Okay.
James.
Did it apply to me?
Is there any sort of cover or anything that would...
Yes, actually, and Dion has picked up on it. It looks like there is a path that moves through the clearing towards the house, and it looks like the person you were following, tiefling by the by the hooves, but obviously two-legged, so not a horse, has moved through this clearing, ducking behind small outcroppings, tree stumps. That's the name.
Zigzagging.
Yeah, it's kind of zigzagged. It looks like they only made it because there was one of them. But it could be more difficult with 4 people. Yeah.
Oh,
I should say as well, you can all fly and you can all turn invisible. I think.
I can turn invisible for a round.
Mm.
Oh,
That's not really.
You know what? I do have some dust of disappearance if you want some. I mean, it may be a quick run across.
Well, we have my spell giving us a chance, and you.
Mm-hmm.
No, I've not got invisibility. I didn't keep it on.
If you were to straight dash it and not pay attention to like possible, because the ground is uneven as well, not pay attention to possible pitfalls. If you were to just dash straight at the house, you could get there in maybe 2 minutes.
I mean,
And that's if nothing goes wrong.
Who doesn't have a broom?
I don't have a broom.
How far is it to the door?
What do you want from me, man? It's a large clearing that's 2 minutes run.
Okay.
It's designed for a chase mechanic. I'm sorry, I've not thought of of the exact distance in feet. A few thousand feet.
Well, shall we do? I can use my dust. We can try and sneak as far as we can get, and then when one of us inevitably fucks up, I look at Sticks. Then we leg it.
Six.
You might do.
James!
James, are these trees non-magical plants?
The trees that are walking around and alive, they're most definitely magical plants.
Okay.
Yeah. Soz, dude. They are huge trees.
It's still not too bad.
Yeah,
I
they're
get
huge.
advantage on saving throws against them.
Okay. Yeah, they're
It would
huge
have been
trees
better if
that
they
are
were non-magical.
Yeah, they're huge trees that are wandering around.
Well, I can cut the distance for one person.
But I can also fly.
I can cut the distance for one person down a little bit if we combine our efforts, but you still have your ability to move quite a you still have your Cape of the Monty Bank.
I mean, I can just cast Dimension Door. Pizzazz doesn't have Monty Bank Cape.
Well, I can take Dion forward if you take Black forward.
Mm-hmm.
Then we just skip the chase mechanic in total.
Depends how many times you dimension door.
Yeah, but if it's only a few thousand feet.
Thousand, maybe 2,000 feet. Yeah.
I mean, if me and Glack dimension 500, does Glack have a Cape of the Money Bank?
No, but it's built into my dagger, so I can do the second 500.
Do the second 500, then we can both jump on my broom and then dash. So that takes then 10 rounds for us to completely dash 1,000 feet. Because I'm assuming we're both pretty light. Because you're a monk, don't have armor. I'm a wizard, I don't have armor. All my
Yeah, but
stuff
Glack's
is
got a
in
lot
my
of pocket chicken.
Yeah.
What do you Do you have anything to help with this, Dion? Because we might lag behind if we...
I have a broom. Nothing that will make me go invisible.
So, what are we doing? Are we using this dust and just flying across, or are we using our ability to jump so far?
Oh, hang on. That's my
Oh God.
sector.
Okay. Because
Right.
we need a plan here. We can't just run out and hope that we can make it.
About 10 minutes into your discussions, since I rolled for it, about 10 minutes in, there is a treant walking in your direction, making to probably grab at some of the trees that you're hiding in.
Okay.
You have 4 rounds until they arrive, and you're found. What do you do?
Plan now, quick. That's coming this way.
Get the fuck out of here.
Are you teleporting?
Yep, no
What's are you teleporting? What's happening? What are you doing?
So if you can, Lan and Dion can only bamf once.
Yes.
Me and Glack will only bamf once.
Okay.
If you do that with your dagger, that at least keeps me in a spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No problems.
And then we can all go on brooms. Does Dion and Lan both have brooms, or?
3
I've got a
rounds.
broom, yeah.
Dion has a
Don't.
broom.
And Lan can probably chip into a giant eagle.
Yes.
And if we all dash,
The treant is getting ever closer.
yeah, Lan will beat us there because that's let's go. Let's all bamf.
Well, then let's go.
Yep.
As the treant is about 40 feet from you, and grabbing up a large broken down tree branch already, suddenly there's a popping as you all disappear there, reappear midway through the sort of swamp area. There's no other treants around. This one was the only one in your sort of quadrant. However, Dion, I need no, actually, because you know you're heading for the house. We will very quickly get into initiative order just to determine who's moving when during the chase.
Okay.
So click on your thing there, and let's get some initiative.
I rolled that. Did that matter if it's disadvantage?
No.
Alright.
Cool, so Glack's up first. So as you rematerialize Glack, you hit the ground running. I'll roll the d20. Actually, no, you don't get one because your first round. Okay, you dash off in the direction of the house, or
Before I do that, I'm just going to throw my dust of disappearance in the air so we all disappear, and then start legging it.
perfect. So you're 500 feet. So just keep track of your movement,
So
which
I'm going
is
to
40, 50?
50.
50. So dashing will get you 100 feet closer to the house. So you'll be there in 5 rounds. So 30 seconds. At the end of your, unless you spend a key point to dash as a bonus action.
No, I'll do 100 first because I'm not sure how quick everybody else is.
Cool. You dash through the ground. Roll me a d20, please.
Okay. Gonna do something weird again.
Okay, 4. Perfect. Next up, Lanwar.
I wild shape and I get 80 feet of movement flying, so movement plus action dash.
Okay. It's your action to wild shape.
Oh yeah, action wild shape and 80 feet forward. Would that
Cool.
would I still be invisible as eagle?
Yeah, for sure.
Alright.
As you begin to take flight, however, up from the ground below you, almost as if the house and the grounds are fighting against your intrusion, thick hedges and vines and tangles just reach up out of the ground and begin to form in front of you. I'm going to need a, as you fly through them, an acrobatics check to maneuver yourself around this rapidly encroaching wall of vines.
What does acrobatics use for?
Dex.
Because if I'm an eagle, I'll be using that one's dex.
Oh, yeah.
5?
Your speed is halved this round.
So I move 40 feet instead of 80.
Yeah. Pizzazz, it is yourself.
Okay, so object interaction, pull my broom out of my bag of holding, jump on it and dash the 100 foot behind Glack.
Yeah, perfect. So you've got 400 to go. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to keep track of the distance you've gone in that blue box there. Pizzazz is 100. Lanwar's gone 40. Oh, sorry, Lanwar, at the end of your turn, by the way, roll me a d20.
Do you want me to do 20 as well?
Yeah, it'll be at the end of your turn.
17.
Okay, let's sit. Yeah, 17. Nothing happens on Pizzazz's turn. Pizzazz, d20, please. Yeah, nothing happens on your turn either. As you dash up and you're currently flying over the top of where Glack is frantically running, but also being still fairly stealthy. Lanwar, your pass without trace is only affecting you now, since
Would
everyone
I be,
else is...
as I'm like more or less right behind Glack,
Mhm.
can I just tell him to jump on my broom?
Sure. Yeah. You can do.
At least stop him from falling into any pitfalls or anything, trying to grab him from like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. You can do that. Dion, it's your turn.
I would have jumped on Landwar's back.
Oh, you were on Lanwar's back.
Was that not the plan? But Landwar was...
I wasn't aware, because Lanwar didn't say he was holding his action to dash once you were on his back.
I wasn't aware either. We just kind of started going, so we're invisible, so we can't really see each other.
Cool.
I'll just jumped on my broom.
Yeah, I'll just get everyone else to roll one more d20 check then, since you're all flying there. Glack, then Lan, then Pizzazz, then Dion, please. So Glack, please, first. Okay. 6. Which will affect Lan.
You want 6 and I get affected?
Yes. Yeah. It affects the next person in the chase.
Oh.
Also, we're getting very close to 9 o'clock, and you haven't been almost taken down yet. So
that's the last guy. That'll be the Lich, not the not this point.
So Lanwar, as you fly through, with Dion and Pizzazz flying pretty much alongside you, one of the treants has turned around and has sort of reached in your direction and from the ground nearby the house, 2 of the fallen trees that were ripped from their roots, from their home, come to life and fly, well, not literally fly, at you, just to, as a crowd, charge straight for you to attempt to bat you out of the sky. I need an athletics or acrobatics check, your choice, to try and make your way through this crowd unimpeded.
Okay.
Unfortunately not. They swipe out at you, and your giant eagle form takes 20 points of slashing damage.
It's still up. I'm still an eagle.
Alrighty. At the end of your turn, roll me a d20.
Okay. Why did I close? Why did I move that box? D20. 18.
Oh, nothing untoward affects Pizzazz, who dashes through with fair ease. Pizzazz, at the end of your turn, roll me a d20.
What are you gonna do to me?
Who knows?
Um,
Ooh. Interesting one. How... This doesn't work when you're all fucking flying. Jeez. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Large rocks begin to fall from the sky. But it's because the nearby tree ants are picking up the rocks and chucking them at you. I need a Dex save, please.
From everyone?
Yeah, you know what? Why not? Yeah, from everyone. Dex save from everyone. As just a few boulders get hurled in your direction. Say the DC.
I get +2 to that as well.
Ah, so you all make it, and you don't take 10 die 10 bludgeoning damage. The rocks cascade around you as Pizzazz you manage to reach towards the front door. Dion, you're last up. Roll me a d20 just to see how Glack is affected. Animal herd? What the fuck? What do I do with that?
Malent.
We get to wave at them goodbye.
No. Yeah, you know what? I like that. The wind from the trees is whipping you dangerously off course. Just roll me a... You know what? You don't even have to. It's because you're dexterous as fuck. And yes, you all, without too much trouble, with a last parting blow, the trees charge in your direction, throwing boulders and insults, which anyone who understands Sylvan can know are, well, fairly rude ones, to be honest with you. You all make it to the front door. As switch maps. Watch it,
Dun, dun, dun.
So each square is 5 feet. Just by the by.
If we can find the light switch first.
Top left. So,
I've got the map, but because it's basically all black in the middle.
So standing by itself, this house surrounded by mist, you tear your way over the wrought iron gate. The hinges squealing in the breeze and the wind Oil lamps hang from the portico ceiling by chains, flanking a set of oak doors that as you fly towards, they seem to open as Pizzazz gets close. And they lead into a grand foyer. Drag yourselves onto the map, if you would.
Okay. I guess I should drop the last 6 points of this wild shape, because I ain't fitting for the door otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a tight squeeze.
Wait. Dion, what the fuck, dude? You're already on this map.
Alright.
This is what these characters up here are for. In this sort of inner entrance hall, this foyer, hanging on the south wall is a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms, a stylized black skull on a field of gold.
And I do a history check.
Of course.
Can I try a religion check for it?
Yeah.
I will
Interestingly
give-
enough, go for it.
I'll give one of them guidance.
Well, Glack hadn't.
Take your
Glad
pick.
hadn't rolled at that time.
Yeah.
So Pizzazz, from what you remember, this is the symbol of fuck, I've forgotten his name. Kwalish? Kwalish. I almost said Karsus there. That's a different guy.
Is it the reason I was saying history because Pacific was like there was a similar design on the artifact that he was playing with in his youth.
Mm-hmm. It does put you in mind as well of the artifact that caused your parents' death.
Okay.
Though I didn't know that, so that's fun. You all pile in and head through the double doors beyond. This wide hall runs the... This area here, actually. You all make your way inside. So on this south wall here is where the coat of arms is.
We want
Flanked by portraits, you see a young Brightside, along with a couple of other people. Beneath each one is written their date of birth and date of death and date of resurrection.
So we can find out
as a
how
lich.
old Brightside actually is.
I don't know for sure, but he's old. Actually, Brightside's one appears to be kind of charred slightly, as if someone has exploded it. Yeah, that's how I'm doing it. Any problems? Take it up with Chris. Mahogany-framed double doors lead from the foyer towards what you reckon to be the main hall. Over here are inlaid with stained glass, reds, yellows, dark purples. As you peek through, you see a pretty large area, actually. This wide hall runs the width of the house, with a black marble fireplace at one end, and a sweeping red carpeted staircase at the other. Mounted on the wall above the fireplace is a magnificent-looking longsword, with a black skull cameo worked into the hilt. The wood-panelled walls are ornately sculpted with images of life and death and rebirth and resurrection. Whoever lived here was clearly fascinated by the subject. It looks like just a grand foyer, a grand home for someone. It's covered in cobwebs, and Dion, with your passive survival, you can make out footsteps in the dust leading deeper into the house.
Let's take this quietly and stealthily, I think.
Before we go, can I just ask one real silly question? When do curses usually kick in? Is it when you enter the main house, or is it when you take something away from the house?
Depends on the curse,
shit.
really.
Is that not just dependent on the curse?
I should have.
This is my first time raiding a house, so I'm just asking.
Sorry, I realise now there was a very, very important thing that was written on the gate as you flew over it.
You're now cursed.
It said
All
all those who take without giving will be forever cursed.
Okay.
We'll re-up the
And
pass without a trace.
yeah, and as you moved over the threshold as well, and into the foyer, and moved past this coat of arms, all magical effects dropped.
No.
Your pass without trace is gone.
My mage armor's gone.
Mage armor gone.
So all of our magical items and abilities have gone.
Maybe not all of them, but certainly all the ones that were active.
Even if I recast it now, will it be active, or will it just go as soon as I cast it?
As you cast it, you watch as the magical energy that would usually occur just seems to drain from your body in a similar way to like a shadow being pulled from you, and seems to
That spell comes from my staff.
Well, it seems to get sucked from the head of the staff into the shield with the black skull.
Okay. That is weird. I know this item's new, but I don't think that's natural.
Can I do an Arcana check?
You can examine it for sure.
25.
With that Arcana, it's markedly similar to the artifact that you were studying and that you dreamed about last night.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the flow of energy. Maybe not life energy, but certainly magical energy. The fact that someone has managed to create something that can suck the magical energy from the air as a spell is being cast is incredible. That is on par with like counterspell, but it's something more. It's like a leech. It's like it's being yanked from their very essence.
Can I just try?
Sorry.
So can I just try?
Was going to turn to the party and say, I know this symbol. I dealt with something similar about 200 years ago. It wasn't that good a time. Be on your wits.
Okay.
Is it all magic, or well, I get my power from God. Does it affect godly magic? I'm just going to cast Sacred Flame just to see if it also affects it.
Roll a religion check is what you would do, since you're that kind of caster. It flickers and does come to life. It does manifest your sacred flame, but it's diminished somehow, like the light is parsed, faded, grayscale almost.
Zaz,
Uh-huh.
I want to test something, and would you mind coming out with me? Because I think you benefit from this. Since magics don't seem to work in here, I want to step outside and try one of my spells.
As you go to turn towards the door, you see a figure standing there. I say standing, they're hovering about 6 inches to a foot off the ground. They're draped in a long, tattered black cloak. And though you can't see their face, hidden as it is beneath the hood, Pizzazz especially, and to an extent Lan, those of you with higher perceptions and insights, you feel the evil coming off of this creature. Pizzazz, as you stare into the hood, you feel 2 pinpricks of just hatred staring out, hungrily looking at all of you. Welcome, the figure says. It doesn't spread its arms, it's just a heavy cloak. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for such a kind greeting.
I am nothing if not a gracious host. But I must ask you what brings you to my humble abode.
For me, it's research.
Research? Into what?
Into literature.
If you could see its face, you'd see a grin cracking its bony skull. And in fact, you almost hear the smirk. Lichdom, that most noble and sacred of ends. Are you worthy, I wonder, to study this place?
It's what I've strived for the last 200 years.
200 years. A small amount, sure. But I'm sure you tried all the same. In this place, you can find that which you seek. You can have all your heart desires. You can probably even find the cure to a cancer. You can find truth. Turns its head towards you, Pizzazz. You can find freedom and life everlasting. But in this place, to find is to lose. And to lose is to find. What will you give up, I wonder?
I've already lost everything I have.
You must give everything in the pursuit of knowledge, of absolute truth, of absolute power.
The only remaining thing I have to give is my life.
Good. Good. And the figure goes slightly transparent and fades completely. And you're looking back at the entranceway. Or rather, you were. It appears just brick. You're trapped.
Oh well, I guess I can't try this outside. I guess I'm going to have to try it here. And I'm going cast Spirit Healing. And we can pass in and out for a minute if it comes into effect.
Roll a nature check, since that's where your magic comes from. And you have disadvantage because of the state the surrounding nature is in. That's a second level. You're just casting it at second level?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, it sticks around for a minute, and we can, obviously, if it takes effect, me and Pizzazz can go in and out.
Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, nature, disadvantage. 18?
18. 17. So, you feel the spell quiver, but does take hold. However, as you step through the healing spirit and you feel your life energy return to you, you feel some of your magical essence drain away. You lose another second level spell slot.
Wait, what? When did I... Oh, so I lose 2 slots for it.
You lose 2 slots. Because in this place, to find is to lose, and to lose is to find. And as the party heal themselves and ponder the meaning of this place and their future, and possibly their lives now trapped in this house of death, that is where we'll end for this this week.
This will be for Pizzazz.
Cool.
We can roll this afterwards, Bob. Just say the outro. Thank you all very much for watching, for listening. Thank you guys all very much for playing. I hoped it was fun. It's 2 weeks in the making. Until next week, lock your doors and don't go into the woods, where you're sure to be in for a big surprise.
Tempt your druids, I'll help you.
Happy belated Halloween. Farewell, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.
Spooky.
Spooky noises!
Bye.